Today I'm going to talk about the book Nova Express by William S. Burroughs. William S. Burroughs didn't start composing earnestly until 1950, despite the fact that he had fruitlessly presented a story named Dog's Last Gleaming to Esquire in 1938. His first novelistic exertion, Queer, which manages homosexuality, was not distributed until 1985. Significant themes that show up in Burroughs' resulting works: the focal similitude of chronic drug use, the connected picture of man decreased to a subhuman, generally an insect-like animal, his medication and different desires, and the recommendation of associative and inescapable sexual abnormality. In this book, Burroughs builds up a sci-fi-like distrustful dream wherein, on a strict level, Earth and its human occupants have been taken over by the Nova mob, an arrangement of extraterrestrial, non-three-dimensional substance who live parasitically on the truth of different living beings. Misuse of Earth has arrived at such extent that the intergalactic Nova Police have been alarmed. The Nova Police are endeavoring to defeat the Nova mob without so disturbing them that they will explode the planet, trying to obliterate the proof and consequently get away from arraignment in the biologic court, while attempting to make what get away from they can. The most immediate type of Nova control that empowers the Nova mob to carry on its virus like magical vampires without risk of punishment, is thoroughly considered control of the human populace, control of the mass correspondent media. Nova mob idea and points of view append themselves to and are recreated by the earthbound host media much as an infection attacks and replicate through a host life form, an idea control measure closely resembling the cut-up overly in method itself. By the center of Nova Express, the reader is up to speed in a battle of pictures in which the weapon are cameras and recording devices. The Nova Police and the occupants of Earth have found how to battle the Nova mob with their own personal pressure, of which these books are models, and are occupied with a guerrilla battle with the Nova criminals who are urgently attempting to take off all of a sudden. The completion of the ticket that exploded in hopeful for Earth yet uncertain, leaving the reader to contemplate whether Earth will be freed of the Nova mob or obliterated by it. Lee, a Nova Police, is a specialist of the Nova Police who has accepted the front of the gay heroin fiend in light of the fact that with such a cover he is destined to experience Nova criminals, who are generally addicts of some sort, and along these lines like to work through human fanatic colleagues. Nothing of significance appears to happen in the novel, and little of what happens is clarified. Just toward the end does the reader even speculate that Lee is type of specialist, tearing at a knot yet of telepathic bureaucracies, time monopolies, control drug, heavy fluid addicts. The possibility of compulsion, the focal pride that men become snared in power, joy, deception, and such, much as an addict does on heroin, and that of the variable-based math of need, which states basically that when a fiend is confronted with total need, as an addict seems to be, he will successfully fulfill it. The Nova criminals are non-human representation of different addictions. The uranian depends on heavy metal fluid or kind of medication addicts. Burroughs clarifies that garbage yields an essential equation of evil infection. The substance of evil is consistently the essence of absolute need. A blockhead devil is a man in complete need of dope. Passive specific recurrence need knows definitely no restriction or control. As artists